Hi folks, welcome to Marker Board Videos. This is Disney Nana, otherwise known as Nancy Foot, and I want to give you some information about the Disney Photopass. Things that I found out, ways that you can maximize the value. The first thing is you definitely want to pre-buy your Disney Photopass. If you're going to be in Disney more than, I would say, maybe 3 or 4 days, you definitely want to get the Photopass in advance. You pay $69 if you get it in advance versus $99 if you buy it when you're on site or afterwards. That's a pretty good discount. 30% is nothing to shake a stick at. So I would buy it in advance. You have to buy it at least 14 days in advance. It needs time to get to you. And once you get it, you can go ahead and load it and start playing with it right away. It's really neat because you can actually be in all of the pictures. I don't know if you're like me, I take the pictures so I'm not in many of them, but with the Disney Photopass you can be in your pictures. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you'll see when you get onto your Photopass site is a couple of different windows. You have all of your pictures. This is for Disneyland and California Adventure. You have the photo bonus CD, which when you get your pass it comes with a little CD like is shown, like is shown right up here. But you also get digital content, pictures that you took at DCA, California Adventure, and pictures that you took at Disneyland. So let me show you some of the really cool things. We'll start with some of the Disneyland pictures, and you can just click on it. You can switch from page to page to page. Now one of the things that I did, I found that they allowed me to use pictures from when I was in the Tinkerbell Half Marathon, which was really cool. The default is 4x6, so all of these are cropped to 4x6. If you think you might want to use an 8x10 or a 5x7, click right here where it says Edit Photo and press that so it goes down. And then to make it an 8x10, you scroll right back up here to where it says Order Prints, and see where it says 2 4x6 print types. If you click on that and pull it down, you'll see, I don't know if you can see the blue lines that suddenly appeared, but the blue lines will show you what a 5x7 will look like. If you don't like the way that's cropped, you can position it, move it by pressing your buttons up or down, left or right. You can also do it with an 8x10. That's going to get really important in just a few minutes when I show you some really cool things you can do. For instance, with this one, if I want the top of the castle, I can press my up arrow and now I have top of the castle. Now let's say I'm not positive I want that. Maybe I want the 4x6 and the 8x10. If I press Save as Copy down here, Save as Copy, what you'll find is that it saves that, plus you originally still have your 4x6. So I can scroll back. There's my 4x6 and there's my 8x10. Okay. Now when it comes to putting borders on like this, that's a really easy thing to do. You just go to your original copy and you say Add Border. So if you want to add a border, it's a really easy thing to do. You just click on whatever border you want, and because it's Disney 60th, they have things like the diamond, or things like Mickey and Minnie, or the mouse ears in the crystal format, Frozen. And it's a good idea to scroll through and look at all of these different things, because when I was doing it, I was pretty surprised at some of the things that were in here and absolutely delighted. We went to Disneyland for a couple of reasons. One was my son was getting engaged. He was proposing to his girlfriend at the wishing well, and what was really cool is I found one that said we are engaged. If you put a border on and you don't like it, just click right here where it says Remove Border. Again, if you put a border on and you want to, I didn't do anything to save, okay, and you want to save it but not mess up your original, you're going to click Save as Copy. And one of the things you'll notice is, like right here I have 262 pictures. Well, they're not 262 different pictures. They're 262 pictures that includes the different crops and the different backgrounds and the different, not backgrounds, the different borders that I put on them. If you have a picture and you're going to crop it, now let me get to one that I want to crop a little closer. And let's say this was a picture that I wanted cropped, but I only wanted Tim and Crystal and I wanted everybody else cropped out of it. When I go to Edit Photo, if I want to crop it, I'll press the plus button, which is going to zoom in. And you see how it's zooming in a horizontal fashion? Well, if I only want Tim and Crystal, I'm going to rotate that. I didn't want to rotate image, I wanted to rotate crop box. Let me go back, sorry. I want to rotate the crop box so that now it's a vertical crop. So I can actually zoom in and get just Tim and Crystal, say Save as Copy, and you'll see in just a second that's what it's going to look like. Now it might be a little bit pixelated because it's not as clear as it's going to be on the digital download that you get, but believe me, they end up very, very beautiful. Now, one of the important reasons why you want to crop things is for this Disney bonus CD. When you get pictures, one of the really cool things that I like a lot is that when you get your picture taken with a specific princess or in a specific area, you'll see that they give you other things in that area. For instance, here's a California Screamin' picture. So we get this. Now you'll notice this is cut off a little bit, isn't it? It's not exactly really well cropped. So I'm going to go to Edit Picture, and then I can see some things that were cut off with the 4x6. So if I scroll down here to the 8x10, you can see suddenly with the 8x10 you get the whole thing. Then I'm going to say Save as Copy, and now I have the whole thing. I don't just have that little piece with that awkward cropping that I really wasn't crazy about. I like the big cropping. I don't like the little cropping. It's just a personal thing. If you like it cropped tighter, that's fine, but it looked to me like it cut off too much stuff. So when you do this, if you go and see a princess, you'll see that they give you pictures with the princess. They're Disney professional pictures with the princess. If you end up with pictures in a specific area, they'll give you pictures in that specific area. So they literally will adjust your file based on what you have taken pictures of. So for instance, my granddaughter took pictures with Aurora, and you'll see that as we go through, they actually gave me Disney pictures. And again, there's a lot here because I cropped them different ways. There you go. There's Aurora and the prince. And notice I didn't get any Belle because I didn't take pictures of Belle at this point. When I take pictures with Belle, then I'll get Belle pictures. When I take pictures in Toontown, I'll get Toontown pictures. And when I take pictures on Route 66, I'll get Route 66 pictures. And that's how it is. So again, one of the things you want to do is you want to make sure that you say Save as Copy. You'll still get your original, but you'll get other ones as well. Make sure that you crop them accordingly, and make sure that if you want the bigger cut, the 8x10 or the 5x7, because the crop is different, the ratio is different, make sure that you click Edit Photo, and that way you'll see what you can get and what you can't get. And honestly, for $69 to have 358 pictures that are Disney quality, pretty good deal. So I wouldn't pass it up, but I'd buy it in advance. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks, and have a great day.